First. By the way, if the inspector tells you to do the unique side, what's the unique side of the vehicle?
The left side, driver's side.
Okay, no problem. All right. They tell you to do under the hood, that's what they ask you. All right, you got to give them a minimum of 15. 15 items what they want. All right. This, again, inspector, coolant reservoir. Properly mounted, cap is on tight. Inspector, we never open the cap while the engine is hot. It's under pressure. Proper operating level. If it's below the line, we add. Boom, that's simple. Again, properly mounted, not been broken or cracked, no leaks. Coolant reservoir. It's a clamp, securely clamped. No abrasions, bruises, or cuts, or leaks. If you follow this line, it takes you to the water what?
Water pump.
That's right. This line here takes you to the water pump. The water pump is in front. Is it belt or is it gear driven?
It looks like to be belt
Belt.
driven.
All right. On this bus, we got an air compressor that is belt driven. They're usually gear driven. This is your air compressor. All right? Properly mounted, no audible air leaks. You don't hear any air leaks, right? From the unit or the lines, all right? No abrasions, bruises, or cuts, no air leaks from any of the hardware from the air compressor. Of course, the air compressor's job is to produce air for the air brakes, air horn. Anything that runs off air, you get the air from the air compressor. It not only produces air, as you need it, it kicks in to give you more, right? This, of course, the water pump will allow the coolant to circulate, all right? So don't forget, coolant reservoir and the water pump. If you follow the line, the water pump again is belt driven. This air compressor again is belt driven. When you pull the belt, it should have less than how much play?
3.4?
That's right. Never more than 3/4 of a play, 3/4 of an inch of play. The belt itself should not be worn, cut, frayed, or any type of dry rot.
Should I touch the belt?
Yeah, you're supposed to touch it. If you need gloves, we get gloves on the way there by the gas station. Because you have to actually pull the belt.
Okay.
All right, so don't forget, properly mounted to the engine, no air leaks from the air compressor or its hardware. And of course, no abrasions, bruises, or cuts, or air leaks. Boom. Inspector, we got 2 dipsticks here. We got one to check the oil level. If we need to check the oil level, the engine should be off. The engine should be cool. Pull it out, wipe it clean, reinsert it. It says add, we get a funnel added here. All right? So don't forget engine oil dipstick.
Engine oil
The
dipstick.
transmission fluid dipstick. This should be checked with the engine on. Engine should be warm when you check the transmission fluid. Check the level
Do we do
here.
that or
No,
not?
no, you just explain it.
Okay.
Of course, you get a dipstick. You add this here. Engine oil, you add here. Transmission, you get a funnel, and you actually add it here.
Okay.
All right. This your steering shaft. Not been broken or cracked. You got a universal joint here, a universal joint there. They should be, of course, properly lubricated. Your steering shaft should have less than how much play? Less than 10 degrees of play.
10 degrees.
The steering shaft goes to the steering gearbox. The steering gearbox is bolted to the main frame. No missing nuts or bolts. Properly mounted to the main frame. No leaks, because remember, it's got grease in here. This is your Pitman what?
Pitman arm.
Pitman arm is mounted to the steering gearbox. These are, by the way, your steering items. Castle nut and cotter pin. All right? Secured by castle nut and cotter pin. Drag link. You got another castle nut and cotter pin. All right? And you got your upper control arm. All right? At the rear, you got a tie rod. What is the purpose of the tie rod?
To keep the steering straight.
Wrong. The tie rod ensures that the wheels turn the same direction at the same time.
Tie rod.
If I'm turning left, there's the one way back there at the end. You have to tell the inspector that. If you turn the wheels left, tie rod ensures both wheels turn left at the same time. Same amount, same thing. If you turn right, tie rod ensures the wheels both turn right the same amount at the same time. Boom. All right. Now, since we're here, might as well talk about the main frame. Not been broken or cracked, no welding. Shock absorber properly bolted to the main frame. No leaks, all right? Not bent, not leaking, shock absorber. All right, you got a leaf spring hanger here, and you got another leaf spring hanger there, all right? Not bent, broken, or cracked, no damage, no missing hardware. because you got bolts down there and a bolt down there. Leaf springs, not bent, broken, or cracked, no scissoring. All right, that's the key word. You could come in and talk a lot. If you're not saying key words, you're not going to get the points. That's how this test works. All right, exactly. And you got your U-bolts properly mounted.
U-bolts properly mounted.
All right. Now over here, you got your brake hose. No abrasions, bruises, or cuts, and no air leaks on the brake hose. The wire next to it is your what? Your ABS line.
ABS line.
All right. No cut, frayed, or exposed electrical wires. It's your brake chamber. Brake chamber properly mounted, not bent, broken, or cracked, and no air leaks. Slack adjuster and push rod. When the brakes are off and you pull the slack adjuster, it should move less than how much? Less than an inch.
Less than an inch.
All right, so it should have less than an inch of play on the slack adjuster when the brakes are off. All right, now in here you got a brake drum. Your brake drum is not bent, broken, or cracked, no dirt, oil, grease, or any type of debris. When a brake drum gets excessively hot, what color does it turn?
Red.
Blue.
Blue.
No bluing from the heat.
No bluing.
So if you mention all of this, but you don't say that, you don't get the credit. All right. Also down there you got brake shoes. Brake shoes should be properly mounted. How thin are the brake shoes allowed to be? Never thinner than how much? 1/4 of an inch.
1/4 of an inch.
Yep. So those are specifics. It's like saying a whole chapter, but if I don't say that one word in the chapter, I just wasted all that time.
So
that's how this test
again,
is.
how many inches?
The brake shoe should never be worn thinner than 1/4 of an inch.
1/4 of an inch.
All right, from 3/4 to 1/4, but never thinner than 1/4.
Never thinner than 1/4.
All right, and don't forget, brake drum not bent, broken, or cracked, no dirt, oil, grease, or debris, and no bluing from excessive heat. Because they with that Palm Pilot, they're waiting for certain words. If they don't hear that word bluing, they're like, sir, there's something else you're supposed to be telling me. Or they ain't gonna tell you that. They're gonna just look at you. If you don't say the word bluing, you don't get that point. So it's very point specific with this test, so be careful. All right? And again, engine oil dipstick. Don't just say dipstick. Transmission fluid dipstick. Air compressor. And again, when you mention the coolant reservoir, cap is on tight. It's proper operating level. No leaks, not bent, broken, or cracked. Securely clamped. No abrasions, bruises, or cuts, and no fluid leaks. And make sure that you mention that this takes you to
The water pump.
All right? Which again is belt driven. All right. Also, brief overview. Inspector, my engine appears to be in good condition. Nothing's leaking, right? All my wires appear to be connected. Engine doesn't appear to be scorched or burned. That's what you call an overview. Let them get that. All right? Also, if you follow the lines from the power steering gearbox, they'll take you to the power steering what?
Box.
Pump.
Pump. Power steering
Right?
pump.
Which is definitely gear driven. You can't even really see it.
It's gear driven?
Follow line is definitely gear driven. Right? They're usually gear driven. This one certainly is. You can't even see it. It's down up under there. All right? These are your color coded airlines. All right? You have no audible air leaks from the airlines. All right? The electrical wires, no cut, frayed, or exposed electrical wires. All right? All right, let's go on this. This bus is the only bus that's set up like this. The configuration on this bus is different than the other bus.
From the other ones, yeah.
All right. Now over here, you got your air filter housing. All right? Probably mounted, not bent, broken, or cracked. It's not an air filter. Air filter's in the housing. This is your sight glass. When it's in the red zone, that means it's time to change the air filter that's in the housing. There's your air filter sight glass, air filter housing. When it's in the red zone, it's time to change the air filter that's in the housing. Boom. Okay, Inspector. You see how this bus is different? On the other buses, right near the steering gearbox, you got your power steering fluid reservoir. On this is on the whole other side of the vehicle. So, Inspector, this is my power steering fluid reservoir. It's proper operating level, properly mounted, cap is on tight, not bent, broken, or cracked, no leaks, securely clamped. All right? Over here, you got your windshield washer fluid. Cap is on tight, properly mounted, no damage, no leaks. It's proper operating level. All right? No cut, frayed, or exposed electrical wires. You only get credit for the item one time. If I call shock absorber over there, I don't call it here. If I call leaf springs over here, I don't call it there. You only get the credit one time.
Okay.
All right. This is your alternator. The job of the alternator is to produce electricity for the vehicle and also to recharge the battery when the engine's on. So when the engine's on, the alternator charges the battery. It's properly mounted to the engine, as you can see. No cut, frayed, or exposed or corroded electrical wires. It is belt driven. Same thing. The belt is called a serpentine belt. When you pull the belt, less than 3/4 of an inch plate. This is your air conditioning compressor. Don't confuse it with the air compressor. Air conditioning compressor, all right? Inspector is driven by the same belt. This is your radiator. Radiator is not bent, broken, or cracked, securely mounted to the main frame, and no leaks. The job of the radiator is to what?
Cool the engine.
Cool the engine, also in the winter months to prevent the engine block from freezing.
Freeze.
All right? And these are your radiator fan blades. None of the blades are missing, and they have proper clearance from the housing. In other words, when they turn, they're not going to make contact with anything. All right? So basically, those are 15 items. All you need is 15. Most of the inspectors, once you get to 15, they'll stop. You know what I mean? Because there's no need for them to keep going on. So all you need is 15.
Anything about the wheels?
All of that stuff, like how we did the drum, and of course, in and out of tires, no cuts, no bubbles. Tire appears to be worn evenly. Tread depth, no less than 4/32 of an inch.
And the front?
Front cannot be recapped or retreaded. Rear tires, no less than 2/32. You can recap those and you can retread those. Tire, again, no cuts, no bubbles. Tire appears to be seated properly along the rim. Rim not bent, broken, or cracked. No welding. Lugs, all secure. All right, no rust. Rust indicates a loose lug. Hub seal, properly mounted. No fluid leaks, because remember, it's got grease in it. Valve stem. Valve stem cap is on and inspected. No cuts and no air leaks on the valve stem. All right. Also inspected. Tire appears to be properly inflated. The only way to know for sure is with the tire air pressure gauge. All right. No kicking tires, no mallets. Tire pressure gauge only. Front tire, you normally inflate to how many pounds? Normally inflate to about 100 pounds. But if you're not sure, you read the tire. It'll tell you
100
the
pounds.
exact thing.
Okay.
All right, that's normal. But again, you got to look at your tires. And also tell the inspector, you cannot have mixed match tires. What you got on the left, you got to have on the right. What you got on the right, you got to have on the left. All right? So pretty much that's your under the hood. There's no rocket science. Again, a minimum of 15 points. It's easy to get to 15. You got the one there, you got the alternator there, you got this here, you got the leaf spring hangers, you got the leaf springs, you got the U-bolts, shock absorber, main frame, brake hose, brake chamber, rim, brake shoe, tire in out. So you can get 10 points really just right there.
On that,
And then
yeah.
when you get the steering shaft and the coolant reservoir and the water pump and the air compressor, you got like maybe 20 points you can easily get. And the dipsticks. So when a student comes up with less than 15 points, there's something wrong there. All right? Now, you guys cannot be saying abrasive bruise and cuts. No, this is metal. This line is an exhaust line. This is not bent, broken, or cracked. Wires cannot be bent, broken, or cracked. Wires have to be no cut, frayed, or exposed. If it's a line like this, there's no abrasions, bruises, or cuts, or leaks, because it carries fluid. So you have to say the right thing for the right item, right? You cannot say a wire, no leaks.
That's
And that's the problem with a lot of students is saying the wrong thing. Electrical wires, no leaks. Somebody says, well, what do you mean leak? How the hell is a wire gonna leak? So you gotta be careful what you're saying.
What you're saying.
This, of course, probably mounted, not bent, but cracked. Same with this. Radiator, same thing. This is metal. Probably mounted to the main frame, not bent, broken, or cracked. No leaks. Tell them the purpose of it, all right? So basically, that's how you gotta do it. Shock absorber, of course, mounted to the main frame. We already said it there. Not bent, not leaking, all right? So make sure you're saying the right thing for the right item. Again, no abrasions, bruises, and cuts.
radiator,
no fluid.
fan blades.
Yeah, proper clearance, none of the blades are missing. So that's how you got to do this, all right? What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go through the brake test. I'm going to do a brake test and in-cab inspection video for you. That way, you can start studying that while you're waiting for your turn.
Okay.